Guys, how's everyone's show going? Yeah, okay. Well, it'll be rowdier tonight, I'm sure. I am so excited to be here, as John mentioned. So before I get into why AI could be the best thing to happen to marketing, if you'll allow me, I am just going to reintroduce you to Movable Ink. So Movable Ink is a 15-year-old MarTech SaaS company that combines the power of AI content decisioning and automated content generation to help marketing leaders deepen their customer relationships, modernize marketing workflows, and drive measurable business results. And we work with the world's best marketers, including many of you here in the room today. Hands up if you work with Movable Ink. We're so proud to be working with you. My God, we have the best clients on the planet. By way of personal introduction, I've been with Movable 12 years as of last month, but more interestingly, I'm the 14th employee. That's a whole separate talk. I have been to 7 of these. This is my favorite conference of this size, and I'm so excited to be back because a lot has happened since last year. I'm sure you are all feeling it. And what that is, in particular, is, of course, AI. Last year, it was peeking over the horizon. This year, AI has entered the chat, as the kids would say. How exactly? Well, from a macro standpoint, Google invested another $8 billion in OpenAI, and GPUs are everywhere, fueling a really insatiable demand for that Hopper NVIDIA chip. And I ask you here, who's dipped your toe in the water since last year and you're playing a little bit with AI technology? Hands up. Amazing. This has gone up significantly since last year when I think it was just like Gary from Amazon actively using this. So all of that is to say that AI is no longer a fantasy or a promise on the horizon. And just like with the advent of new technologies like the printing press or the introduction of the internet or the mobile revolution, AI is going to soon be a ubiquitous part of every corner of the economy and every part of your day-to-day shortly. Before we jump into that, though, I do want to take a second and dive into the mobile revolution and examine that, because history would show us that how companies respond in those early innings is going to have a lot to do with their fates overall. So quick question, who here had a BlackBerry? Hands up. Oh, my God, devoted crew. So for the few of you who are pretty young in the room and the uninitiated, it was a wildly successful company in the post-millennium aughts. They had, as of 2009, a 50% US market share and a whopping $83 billion valuation. And then came the mobile revolution, which was heralded by a couple of things. The development of 3G technology, advancements in batteries, which meant that phones became a lot more durable, and consumers' demand for connectivity to social media. And as we know, in 2007, Apple entered the fray as a complete novice in mobile for the first time ever. And RIM, a 27-year market leader, completely fumbled their response because they used the tactics that they had been operating with to get to that 50% market share, and they didn't recognize the seismic transformations that had taken place around them in broad daylight. And within just 2 years, Apple had taken 30% market share in the US, and RIM was reduced to just 15% in a complete death spiral. And what's more shocking is that in a total of 5 years, they were reduced to just 1%. RIM was still operating with yesterday's playbook. They were convening consultants, putting together board members, hiring third parties, and operating at a scale of quarterly, whereas other companies like Google and Samsung were springing into action in a matter of weeks and have gone on to do relatively well. Now, Apple, as you know, because of their bet on mobile, has gone on to be the world's most valuable company, a spot that they've held for 13 years. But what's most interesting is that this story's not over. In fact, just last month, they were displaced by this woman. Who knows who this woman is? You get an air tag if you know who this woman is. Well, I'm embarrassed for you all. No, guys, this is Grace Hopper, the mother of modern computing, and I'm not even kidding. I really want you guys to go home and Wikipedia her, because you think that computing was invented by a bunch of tech bros wearing, little zippies. No way. It was invented by Grace Hopper because of her contributions to computing and the work that she did on the Mark II up at Harvard. That's a whole different TED Talk. But the NVIDIA named their super chip that the entire AI revolution is based on after Grace Hopper. And what's so interesting is Apple, of course, that most valuable company on the planet, was widely criticized for their response to the AI revolution, and then they're displaced by NVIDIA. And all of this is to say that the fates of these companies, no matter how successful, no matter the run that they have, not written in stone, guys. No, in fact, you know what it's determined by? It's determined by you. and the decisions that you make day in, day out, in rooms like this, in days like this. Okay, so how are leaders feeling about those decisions? They're saying that they've got less than 18 months to deploy an AI strategy, or they're going to see negative business effects. But when you go back and you look at that chart where Apple took away RIM's market lead, 18 months, no way. The time for market leaders to move is now. And McKinsey would say that there are 3 key things that market leaders need to give to their teams to succeed in times of systematic change. And they are enablement, tools, and experience. When it comes to enablement, Colleen's talk really struck a chord because of all the work she did to get smart about SMS. It is time for marketing leaders to really empower their mid and entry-level managers to stop becoming AI literate on their own time and dime. It's only when they've got real AI enablement that they can dispel the anxiety that AI is simply just a job replacement tool, and they can understand the adage that they're not going to be replaced by AI, but they will be replaced by someone who understands how to use AI, right? And also, it's only then that they can truly harness AI and use it for your and your company's advantage to help you win. It's a pretty profound thought, right? You need to dispel this anxiety now. Secondly, you have to make sure you're equipping them with the right tools. Are you entering 2025 with the same tech stack that you entered 2024 with? And is that not like entering the era with the same tools that you entered 2004 with? Are you really setting your team up with success if that's what you're doing? And finally, it's time to end the analysis paralysis and make prudent decisions to give your teams critical confidence-building first-hand experience. Because only when they've gone through this real transformation are they going to be equipped to win in the AI economy. And here's a great quote from our Da Vinci client, Laura Albert, the CEO of Williams-Sonoma, where she talks about acknowledging all of this anxiety and having to fight through it, and the great work that they're doing to harness AI in their email program today. And the good news is that there are change agents out there in the Fortune 500, and we are beginning to see green shoots across all of these 3 elements. The first one is around enablement. And who here has got enablement in their company now that's really systematic and being supported by an education team and not just you on the margins, like sending people Forrester things and things from Movable Ink? All right, that's not enough, guys. Okay, hopefully we'll see a lot more next year. But this is a critical first step. The next part is, of course, investment in tools, and not just in your MarTech stack, but across the entire ecosystem. These are 2 of our clients. This is a great quote from Lindsay Massey, where she talks about how somewhat counterintuitively, with the adoption of AI, they're able to put the customer at the center of the experience. And Walmart, who we know to be a pioneer across many different channels, is of course using AI across their entire tech stack, not just MarTech. And all of this is translating into giving marketers really critical first-hand experience to help them gain confidence and see the benefits of AI to help you win, and also get back to what they got into marketing to do for the first place, right? Nobody got into marketing because they love trafficking reams and reams of data with offshore resources that they hired to make sense of those reams and reams of data, right? And they're also doing things that humans simply could not accomplish by themselves. And 50% of marketers are now relying on AI to personalize content, bridging the gap where human efforts could not scale. It's also helping marketers live up to that promise of customer centricity, because I think Colleen said this also, isn't this the goal of a real customer-centric program, to talk to a customer like you actually know them? But when marketers are beholden to a program that's driven by a calendar, which is what you're forced to do when you've got a merchandising team coming down your neck and a finance team with different demands, then I don't really see where the customer fits into this. When I look at a calendar, I see business goals and I see a work week. And when you're forced to operate like this, you're also dealing with the operational realities of all of the change requests that are happening. And that's where you're going to expend most of your creative talent and energy and burn your team out along the way. And the tragedy of this is that after you get those emails sent out, you're not even sure if those were the right messages to get to the customers at the end of the day. And that's if they're even being opened. Kind of a chilling thought. And this is why Movable Ink created the marketing platform of the future with Da Vinci. So what is Da Vinci? It's an autonomous marketing platform. It empowers the marketer to choose one or more business goals to achieve and optimize towards those goals. The AI determines the content, the frequency of that content, and the channel through which to deploy it. And the best part is that the system provides actionable strategic insights to provide to the marketer and their cross-functional colleagues, think like analytics, creative, to understand really what the customer is responding to and what they want more of. And the net effect of all of this is demonstrable revenue impact that you can deliver in black and white to your C-suite. This is the marketing platform of the future, and Movable Ink has this today. So how does it really work? Okay, so the brand uploads their generated creative into the content library. It abides by templates that they've already defined, understanding their business logic and definitions, but then the AI selects for each individual customer what content they're going to receive, including subject line, when to send it, and the frequency. And the net effect is that it deploys truly personalized emails for every single subscriber through the brand's existing ESP. No wasting time with the rip and replace. Okay, let's talk about the results that it's yielding. One of my favorite American retailers, LL Bean, has a very, very small CRM team, but they are prolific, sometimes sending upwards of 5 emails a day that's really known for this handcrafted look and feel. Amazing work, but really unsustainable. They turned their program over to DaVinci and saw a $14 million annual lift. But what's more impressive, I think, than that revenue is that when they were sending out those emails, individual emails would sometimes achieve true best-in-class personalization, not segmentation. They would have over 1 million daily creative variants per send. This was inconceivable before DaVinci and still had that really handcrafted look and feel that was so synonymous with their beloved brand. Another brand that's going through a big transformation is Victoria's Secret, which is evolving from being that mall mainstay from like the post-millennium aughts into a Gen Z omni-channel focused retailer of today. If you were here last year, who heard Ryan Egley's amazing talk about this transformation? It was phenomenal. I shared it on LinkedIn recently. Please check it out. But he talked in that case study about how they wanted to become no longer this merchandising focused brand where they were taking orders from the merchandising team like, hey, it's Monday, we gotta talk about athleisure. Hey, it's Tuesday, we gotta talk about perfumes. That has nothing to do with the customer, but instead a truly AI-centric, customer-focused brand, and they did so using DaVinci. They were able to realize a 26% increase in conversion rate and a 23% lift in revenue per send. And this isn't on the slide, but they also saw higher average order value in every spend band and a decrease in unsubscribes, naturally, because the content is so much more relevant to every recipient. When we did a pilot over 8 weeks, their C-suite were so impressed with these results that they insisted that they quickly transfer over the rest of the program to DaVinci to realize the rest of those results. So I ask you, the leaders of your company, as you think about approaching 2025, have you equipped your teams with the tools that they are going to need to succeed in the AI revolution ahead? With the enablement, with the tools, with the first-hand experience? And what kinds of stories are people going to be telling about the choices that you made and the outcome for your company in 3 years from now, or even next year here at EIS? If you're interested in getting started with enablement, we have a phenomenal event in January in San Francisco called the AI Bootcamp. We hosted this in New York in November. We got a 9.2 out of 10 experience score. It's designed to help the attendees become the AI experts on your team. It's a paid event, but there's a comp code here for you. We would love to see you there. It's incredibly tactical and hands-on, and we've got lots of industry experts from the AI ecosystem who'll be there. But more importantly, if you're interested in winning in the AI economy quickly and getting started in Q1, we would love to talk to you about DaVinci. We'll be here for the rest of the show. Have a great afternoon, everyone.